Hey guys, have you ever wondered what dreams are and how you can use them? Well, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can use them, or what interpretations and adaptations that we can do in order to get more out of our dreams. Now, dreams. Can we predict the future? Yes. Will it be true? Maybe. Can it happen? Yes. Is deja vu part of dreams? Yes, probably. Can we teleport to another reality? Yes. Can we change our life through dreams? Yes. Do they define our world? Yes, in a way. Can we change our world through our dreams? Yes. Okay. But in this video we're going to look into a couple of things that are a little more down to earth and will actually help us understand how dreams work. Because let's face it, all of these things kind of seem that they're paranormal, and probably you may already be thinking that I'm over-exaggerating. Well, I'm technically not, but not all people can see it and not all people can understand it. So this is why I'm giving you examples of other applications that you can use in order to see how the dreams can help you. And all of these things are already something that is always happening every time we go to sleep, every time we start dreaming. All of these processes exist every single night, every single time we start dreaming. And we just need to start working with them more seriously in order to get better results. Now, and if you're interested to actually look at the more paranormal effects, I advise you to look at the sources that I have learned so much from, so that you can see how useful they can be, and how you can apply those things, because they're very expansive in that regard. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be in English, but I know that Cogitality has a book that's going to be coming out, or it's still in development, regarding exercises, and it's full of explanations and ways to use and adapt our dreams in a way that we can manage and work with, so that we can better our reality, make a change, continue move forward. Whereas Bashar, actually, also does have a lot of information. I would advise you to learn which session to watch or read, or whatever you're going to do, or listen. I can't really give any specific references because I've actually seen it partially through the internet. I haven't looked out from which session it is, but I can assure you that the information he's given will blow your mind. Now, moving forward, what can we use our dreams for? Did you know that every time we go to sleep and we start dreaming, we're actually reassembling the information in our head? And usually scientists will tell you that we're reassembling the information that we've experienced through the day, so that we can manage it better. It's actually true in a sense, but it's not always about that. It's actually regarding the specific questions, desires that we have regarding something. It doesn't really matter what it is, it's just what's in our head. So what we're wondering about is what we're going to dream about. Very often it's going to be about the specific day that we've had, because it's the newest experience that we've had, and we always have some new experiences. Even if we don't notice them, we always learn something new. And we actually, during the night, in a matter of minutes, by the way, we reassemble that information. And that practice is very useful for making new connections, finding new paths, making changes in our head and mindset that we can use in order to further our cause, ideas, development, what have you. And that's it. I had a colleague in the university that actually went into a crisis every time we got near the exams in mathematics in our university. And she actually slept with her books, she slept with the tasks that we had, and we've been looking through. And one day she actually came in the university and I actually was so happy. I dreamt about those integrals, and she was so happy. What I understood is that she actually managed to understand them when dreaming. And I have another colleague that actually dreamt different dream that helped her make a decision, and it turned out very well for her because it was her dream. She followed it and it worked out very well. So dreams can help you, it's just that we have to monitor them. What we do, or what we tend to do, is wake up, forget them, and neglect them, which leaves us only with the old logic that we have, which doesn't usually help us. And what I'm going to tell you is that it's not necessarily that we're always right. We can reassemble the information in a very significant way that will help us further in our development. But if we don't monitor and focus on our dreams, we will probably stay in the same state. Even if we do rearrange our mindset, it's still fresh. It's not we haven't developed the habit of thinking that way, and since we don't remember what we've done during dreaming, we usually revert to our old habits. So this is why I'm advising you to start monitoring them. Now there are exercises on how to start remembering them and go in deeper. I already uploaded a video about this in the channel of how to interpret our dreams. Everything is in there, and you can use that as an example or as a beginner's guide on how you can start remembering your dreams and using them. Now this video is another idea of an application, but again, it's up to you to do it. The second thing that happens when we're dreaming is that we free our mind. Everybody knows, on some level, I'm going to say it in that way, on some level, that we're actually changing when we're dreaming. We are actually expanding our consciousness when we're dreaming. We actually change the way that we're thinking, and that helps us develop those new ideas and reassemble the information that we have. And that's what I actually want to focus on now. We open up and we relax, or actually we relax, which allows us to open up so that we can receive all those new ideas. And the experiences in the dreams are so vivid, so good, that every time we go into a dream, we don't actually question if that's a dream. Even if we remember it's a dream, or think it's a dream, we can't remember how it's a dream, because we're just there, we're experiencing that reality. So, that's it. The only case that we wake up is when we're lucid dreaming, but that doesn't happen often to a lot of people. Okay, maybe it happens to a lot of people, but I think that most of the people just go into the dream and return back when it ends. Even if we try to remember how we got to that point in the dream where we can't really remember, it's something like how it was in Inception when Leonardo DiCaprio had his first coffee with the girl that he wanted to make an architect. And think about it, that's always how it is. We have to actually remember, or we have to actually realize that it's a dream in order to wake up in the dream. In which case we're just waking up in that reality that somebody is dreaming through us. We just have the identification that is us, even when we don't look the same. Usually what happens when we neglect the dreams in that regard is that we become obsessed with dreams and we just want to continue sleeping because it's so freeing and our logic is so negative. We just want to stay in the dream state, just continue sleeping because it's easier. We're experiencing things easily, we're more relaxed, everything is so much better. And we actually tend to always go to sleep more and neglect everything around us, which is why that's a bad thing. Now we don't actually adapt the information, we just run away from reality, so to speak. My old roommate did that. Every time he lay down, he actually went to sleep in a matter of seconds and you couldn't wake him up. In no way. He was such a deep sleeper that, and even if you look at him, he looked as the most angry person I've ever seen. And every time he woke up in the morning, because we worked at the same place and we were roommates, we went to the same workplace. I actually asked him one morning why he looked so angry every morning, and he responded that because he's dealing with absurd things. And so he himself wasn't happy with the things that he was doing, and he didn't. And what he did mostly was ignore his dreams or interpret them in a way that will let him live lighter, which kind of did the opposite, because he woke up angry every morning. So think about that, and that's another reason I would advise you, and I'm urging you to monitor and use your dreams in some way so that you can see their effects, The truth is that dreams can be interpreted in so many ways. They actually have infinite amount of information, interpretations, and experiences. They can be everything. They can mean everything. Everything can happen in them. We can do everything in them. It's a matter of focus, a matter of what we're focused on. So it's really up to us how we're going to deal with them, how we're going to use them. All of these things, including the next one that I'm going to mention, always happen every single night when we're dreaming. This is the automatic process that we always go through. And even if you don't dream, scientists have proven and shown that we always dream every night, at least between 5 and 7 dreams. In a matter of minutes, we reassemble, from their point of view, 24 hours of information, or maybe 16, however you like to put it, in a matter of minutes. So think about that. All that information in a matter of minutes. And we're actually assembling it in a way that's beneficial to the body, to the mind, to the spirit, to our consciousnness, to everything. That's why we like them. That's why we can't deal without them, because they're actually that helpful. By the way, we can't deal without them. It's just a state of mind that we have to enter. And I haven't done it, which is why I'm going to say it's hard. But there was even an episode in The X-Files where people that were deprived from sleep, and I don't know what was done to them, I don't remember, some military experiments I think it was, they destroyed their sleeping functions, so those people couldn't sleep anymore, and they actually developed incredible mental powers. And when I watched that episode, I actually believe that it's true. I don't know if it is, I haven't done it or seen it, but I do believe that it's possible, because it all reflected on the way that I understand how we're thinking and working. As well as Bashar always gives ideas on how expansive our dreams can be and are. They actually refer to their dreams as their waking up moment, when they realized that they were dreaming in real life, that real life was a dream. They didn't need to sleep anymore. So think about that if you like. If you're not familiar with Bashar, look up the links that are down in the description. It's truly amazing the opportunities that dreams can give us. The idea is that we have to focus on them so that we can use them and learn to adapt them in a practical way. The third thing that I want to mention is that we always find what we're looking for. Like I said, dreams can be everything. Everything. We can make them into everything. We can interpret them into whatever we wish. They're actually like a fractal that the deeper you go, the more you're going to find of it. The same thing. Even just in a different expression, different information, different experience, different expression. I don't know if that mentioned that. Everything can be different, but it could be the same, as well as everything can be the same in a different way. That's the fun part, because you're always going to experience new things in a different way. And since if you're focused enough and you're focused enough to work on something, you're actually going to develop the habit of creating your own reality. You don't actually need to go to a dream and see it. You can actually assemble it in real life. And that's kind of esoteric, kind of out of this world, paranormal maybe, but it's still possible. If you try it and work on it long enough, you will see results. Now, what I mean by we can find whatever we're looking for into them is actually the examples that I've had where I actually wanted to help a couple of people that I don't see or have any contact with at this time of my life, and I actually had a dream where I'm helping them. That dream actually helped me a lot, or I loved it, because it was what I was looking for, and it was a change of perspective for me, because I don't usually want to help them or contact them, but the change itself made me happier. The experience itself in the dream was what I actually needed, because I like the people, I just didn't want to establish a contact with them. It's just the way we were with each other at that time, and that dream really helped me. As well, I have a friend who told me that when he was missing his girlfriend a lot, which she was in Spain, he was here in Bulgaria, it's a pretty large distance, you can't just get in the car and go there. he actually dreamt her apartment, and what he said was that it was so vivid that he could actually touch and feel her. I mean, that's the teleportation that I mentioned in the beginning. But again, it just goes to show how deeply we are ready to devote ourselves to the dreams and how we can use them in order to find what we're looking for. The idea is to just focus, monitor, and use them more, because this is actually really going to help us further our development. And I might continue repeating it, but I really wanted to get clear. This is possible, and you can actually change a lot of things. You can change them just by dreaming. You don't actually need to go to a psychiatrist for this. A lot of psychiatrists interpret dreams to help the person, the patient. And again, there's a video in this channel. Look it up. You can use that as an interpretation. You can watch Bashar for interpretations. You can read John Kehoe's books on interpretations. You can sign up for the Academy to see how you can use dreams and interpret them. It's your choice. You can look it up. And again, there are infinite ways to interpret them. So you can also use in a dream interpreter. But again, since everybody has a different perspective, a different logic, it might not reflect or respond as well as what you would usually interpret the dream as yourself. So have that in mind, but again, do it how you feel it should be done. Of course, if we want serious results, we need serious interpretations, we need serious use, we need serious adaptation, we need serious practice. And just to mention, things don't just happen. They can, but we don't experience them in that way, or we usually don't see how they work out. What I want to say is that the more we focus on an idea, that more information we're going to get in that regard, and which is why dreams are going to be focused on that idea. So don't get the idea that you're doing nothing. You're just furthering the cause, moving forward, taking the next step, just continuing forward, and that's it. Which is why it's important to be practical and constant in that practice. For now, this is everything. If you like the video, like it, share it. You can subscribe to the channel. There are going to be more videos like this. It's your choice. It always has been. For now, I'm leaving you to dream, and I'll see you next time.